Ooh, hello, people. Hello, yellow. Hello, hello. Wow, Brian, Jesse, John. Oh, is that I haven't seen that ad yet. The one thing I don't get to see yet is the ads. I guess that's a bonus of being the person that records it. So there's no ads on my end when I launch the stream. What's up, everyone? We Rizzles, Evan. Oh yeah, it's Orange and Black Day. I guess I should have worn a Halloween costume or something, right? I should have tricked y'all. Tony with the 4 months of subs. Thanks, buddy. No ads when you subscribe. Hashtag Twitch Prime. Get on it. I wonder if it's because I use my Twitch Prime on other people. I don't see ads like when I go to other streams either. Like I can't tell you the last time I've seen an ad on Twitch, but I know just in general. I mean that's their business, just like YouTube. Hey Stacy, saw one of your friends up in Toronto. Said hey, I forget his name already, but he said he was friends with you. Gifted your first pink robot. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks so much. Yeah, I should have had an orange pen out today. Luckily, is it really early, Evelyn, or are you still in Florida? So I do have a pink pen, an orange pen available. So if it's me, it's not it's not far from a orange pen. See the pink robot t-shirts. Are there such a thing? Did Matthew do pink robot t-shirts? I'm not aware of that. Are you joking with me? Oh, wow. You were home quick. Amazon Prime family account. I don't even, what benefit does that give you? Is it a lower rate? Because I know they've raised the rates the last couple of years. Nice crowd this morning. Love it. We're going to go over all kinds of things. So the, oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, cool. Whoops. I don't want 30% off. Nice. No, I didn't even know he launched the shirts. But we did get the pin into Wayne Coyne's hand, the front man of we'll get to that, TJ. I'll write that down. We did get the pin into the front hand of the Flaming Lips lead singer. We got a picture of Wayne. We're not going to publish it unless he says we could, but we didn't ask him to. So we got a picture of Wayne holding up the pin like this. And Matthew's been talking with Wayne. They've been texting back and forth. So to say this project has gone well, I think would be an understatement. I think we fired it off on all cylinders. So I appreciate all y'all that helped make this pin such just a raving success. So if any of y'all are listening, I think anyone who's here has probably gotten in on it already. But I did start a waiting list. We're pretty much maxed out on a waiting list already, but I'm gonna have a few more come out once shipping's done, which should probably be by this weekend. I think ShipStation's good. I can go through and sync all the successful deliveries, see how many are outstanding. So, yay! Bunch of new people today. Ron and who was that? Attilane. Glad y'all can make it. Why are y'all off today for Halloween or something? Yeah, this is fun. We just hang out and chit chat. So if y'all have questions for me, fire them in the chat. The podcast from Toronto just went live, about 20 minutes ago? Oh, nice tiny badge. That's awesome. I had you on the list. Almost as good. I'll never be as good as the Inkdependence Friday live streams. You should have been me for Halloween. So TJ, real quick on the food. Whoops. Windows sending me alerts. I am loving the cool weather. Like it's 63 in this room today. I didn't even bother changing anything. Like just throw on the hoodie and go to town. Let's keep it cool. Pizza and bagel recap. So I got New York pizza from this little place. Mike actually ate at twice. I don't know if Jim shows up. He can maybe tell me what what the name of it was. It was a very simple name, like Joe's or something like that. Kind of closest to Times Square. There's probably several of them or something like that. It was fantastic. That is my preferred pizza. Whoa, Jesse, 5 inches of snow. John, I'm ignoring your questions as per usual. And then I did not get hey Bob, I did not get a New York bagel. Which just the timing didn't work out with where we needed to go, what we needed to do, and what we were convenient to at the time, even though they were very, very close. That's true. Yeah. So then in Toronto, I got to eat a Montreal bagel. That's maybe the best bagel I've ever had. It was legit good. It was a little bit. So my New York pizza, I got just pepperoni. I'm a pretty basic pizza person. I got a pepperoni and a white pizza. So 2 slices. And that was awesome. Montreal bagel, I think is going to be what I measure all bagels on starting now. It was crazy, crazy good. Montreal bagel was everything. And it's a little bit thinner bagel. More, not quite pretzel, like what you would think of like a pretzel thickness for those thicker pretzels. And the everything coating was on both sides. And it was perfect all the way around. That was like my favorite bagel. Hang on, I gotta shut this. I have the tweet deck up and it's driving me crazy because all the GIFs play automatically. So the Montreal bagel was something I will not forget at all. So one of the things I wanted to do today, besides talk about the trip, I'll answer or any trip questions you have, or we'll go over, any New York stationery tour or Toronto pen show or shop tour questions you have. But while I was gone, I got a bunch of stuff in the mail that I haven't opened yet. And then I'll bring out some of the stuff I got on the stationery tour. And then tomorrow we might do a part 2. That's how much stuff I have to go through from this trip. So yes, I got the Suzanne Vega Retro 51. So this first box, I opened it before I got here because the box was actually bashed and I just wanted to open it up. It was filthy dirty. So this was from Gold Spot. They sent me and Mike one of the new London pens. So I got one of these held back for Mike. Oh, I should see what number these are in case I want a good one. 278. I'll have to see what what number Mike says. So I got the London Skyline Retro. So they've done Paris, New York, and London. London's gotta be the best, right? And then the Vega was also from, hey Sandra, Vega was also from Gold Spot pens, Jesse. This was my favorite of those new releases, so I'll definitely be reviewing this one. I thought the design of it was super simple, and clean and sharp. I don't know. There was something about this one that that I appreciate. I'm gonna wait on opening it just yet because I gotta decide if I'm gonna give it away or review it. Like I said, I just review it, but I will. Yes, please. It's the Amelia Earhart edition. Yes. So now you all be singing that in your head the rest of the day. But I thought this was out of the latest batch of Smithsonian. I thought this was the best looking one, even it was the simplest design, I think. London, on the other hand, this pen's going to be awesome. I look forward to giving this one a shot. So I thought they did the Skyline really well. And this, one of these new Star Wars pens, I can't remember which one I ordered. It says Rollerball. It's BB-8. Okay, so this is the BB-8 Rollerball from Schaefer. Yes, the London does glow in the dark. Oh, okay, so I got the Darth Vader one of these last time. This is the BB-8 one. That's pretty cute. I thought they did a really good job on these pens. This level of pen that is like $20, these are like really good. I kind of like these a lot. The higher end ones, like the $400 cross pens. Dave, you missed New York Pizza, thumbs up. Do you remember the name of the place we ate that night? And then Montreal Bagels, 2 thumbs up If I had more thumbs up, I'd have more thumbs up. And if anyone knows where that phrase is from, let me know and you'll win a special prize. So I even got the Rollerball this time. So, Joe's. I was right. Okay, good. So, yeah, I thought that was good. So, yeah, I don't know how it compares to the rest of New York pizza, but I enjoyed it. Nope, those are not, that phrase is not from Siskel and Ebert. Is it heavier than last year's? It feels heavier, but I think it's because it's a Rollerball, right? So I have it has the same general barrel dimensions and the same barrel build, but you now have a metal refill in there and a heavier, wider grip section. So I actually like the shape of this. Actually, rolling away ball. That's true. Tony, you're so punny. What refill is this? So it's the Schaefer. This looks like your basic, what I call cross style refill. How does that go in there? 7mm. Yeah, Bob. 2 thumbs up. If I had more thumbs up, I'd have more thumbs up. That's the entire quote. I don't know that that's the exact phrasing, but you get the point. Yeah, this is super wide. It's really nice though. BB8. It's a BB-8. So this is cool. I don't know. I enjoyed the. Can you get a non-ballpoint refill for the Cron Dash? Yeah, I believe so. It's that's a compatible refill with some other things. I'll have to figure out which one it is. We'll break that out in a minute because I brought the one I got from CW here. Sorry, got ink on my fingers. So this might be a better choice than the fountain pen, and I really enjoyed the Darth Vader fountain pen. This just seems kind of cool. This seems like more giftable, which is really what these pens are, right? Like I would use the heck out of this pen. Pretty cool. I like it. Approved. Nice job, Schaefer. Oh, but my point was like I'd be more prone to going for this as opposed to some of the higher end fountain pens. But I don't know, some of those are pretty nice though too. Sorry, just making a mess here. All right. Then we have packages. Like I don't know what I got. Oh, speaking of Retro 51, this is from Retro 51. So I don't know why I didn't think of this. So I've done a Retro 51 pen for 3 years now, and this is the first time they ever asked me for one of my pens. And they said, hey, will you save us number 51? The owner, George, wants it. I was like, sorry, coming up trash here. I was like, yeah, I'll glad you send you number 51. Why didn't I think of that before? Because I'm not a very nice person, apparently. So they said, well, let me pay you for it. And I said, no. So they said, how about a trade? I said, that sounds good. What pen do you want? I said, I don't want a pen. I want a pencil. I've been wanting the Dimitri pencil for a long time. Have y'all seen this before? So yeah, this is really cool. It's got the periodic table on it. Packaging is cool. And let's open this up because I love the design of this one. And I don't have one of their pencils. And I've been wanting this for a while. Whoa, that was a lot of stuff that flew out of here. That was erasers and lead that flew out. But yeah, this is what the pencil looks like. So this is what I traded them. I traded for the Retro 51 pink robots. So this is what these are 1.15 millimeter LEDs. I'm still in Canada apparently. So that's very cool. I just love, I don't know, it's just such a unique design. It's got all the elements on there. It's got all the colors, all organized. It just looks cool. Like I've never been on the pencil bandwagon, of Retro 51. So I think it's pretty cool. Very cool. So I'll be excited to give this one a try. Sharp lids. So yeah, that was neat. And let's see if I can manage to get all this stuff back in the tube at one shot. Maybe, maybe not. We don't need all this stuff. Yeah. Yes, it's Nicole Smith. What was the name of that show it came from? That was a horrible show, but my wife was watching it one day, and Nicole Smith said, I give it something along the line. I give it 2 thumbs up. If I had more thumbs up, I'll have more thumbs up, or something like that. She was clearly wasted at the time. Rip on Anna Nicole Smith. So another life that ended too young, but that's where that was from. The Anna Nicole Smith show. Anna Nicole show. So that's just been one of those things that stuck in mine and my wife's heads that we happen to say all the time. So Reed Wizzles, email me after the show. I'll send you a special prize for that. All right, this next one is from, we're going to go with I have no idea, because there's no return. Oh, but there's a return. That's going to rip right off. Cool. No return address. So I guess let's see what's in this. I have no clue. I have no clue what this is. Oh! It's something fancy from the Relay peoples. Oh, so this is the top secret Relay lapel enamel pen. So this was, I was told it was on the way from seeing Steven and Mike in New York City at the Relay event. They had these on their jackets, and I was like, oh, those pins are super cool. They're like, yeah, we're sending them all to the hosts. So this is the host and friends of the podcast pin. So if you get one of these, you're super fancy. So I'm a super fancy guy. It says 2018 has been another incredible year of shows. Slack threads. We have a big Relay Slack and more. Thank you for all your hard work this year. Relay FM is more than a bunch of podcasts. It's you. Here's the 2019. So Steven, and we're going to go Steven and. So I don't know who the other and is. So Steven and. So it's very cool. Thank you, Steven and I appreciate it. I love it. So yeah, did not realize that was there. All right, this one, I know what this is. I don't know what it looks like. This is from Posey Amsterdam. My friend Tico, who runs the shop over there, he emailed me. Oh yeah, see. Jose, this guy, Cozy. So Tico runs this shop. He was the first one that I knew I could easily get the Y Studio stuff from. Pardon the tape rippage. And so I've always had a relationship with him for when some new products come out. And he emailed me, said, hey, we just talked about that, the Y Studio with the Brand Luna. Thank you for the sub. 4 months. Wow, that's awesome. That's more than Tony. Even though it's not, I just want to say it is to make Tony feel like he's in second. Violet Raven Brasstown Sneak Attack by Notco this morning. So thank you. Glad you like that. So yeah, longest existing subscriber, Brand Luna. Thank you so much. So back to Tico. They had those, what did they call the ballpoint with like the foil wrapping stamping on there that we talked about on the podcast, and they were like $250. I didn't order that, and that's not what this is. But he said, Y Studio has a new gel ink pen coming out. Would you like to try it? And I said, yes, please. So this is what this is. I don't know what it looks like. Maybe it looks like all the rest of them. Maybe it doesn't. But they're using gel refills. I want to see what it's at. I haven't seen this at all online. I haven't been looking, so it's probably there somewhere, but let's see what it's about. Yes, so the Twitch sub counter, TJ, that's the one thing I caught from TwitchCon this past week. I haven't gone back and watched anything, but one of the neat things about Twitch is when you support a streamer, you know, buy a subscription, it's you know, you get a you know, it says like how many months you've been subscribed, and if you didn't subscribe for like a 30-day period, it would reset how long you've been subscribed to that streamer, and kind of reset you back to 0. So this will give like a cumulative subs no matter if there's a break in there. Like if you take a year away from a subscription, you know, you'll come back and you'll subscribe for the 6th month. So then you got month 6 in there. All right, Tico sends me all kinds of stuff. He's got his fancy business cards. Oh, it's a thank you note. Thank you. So yeah, I thought that was a good change. So I'm gonna go back and yeah, I missed that game, but I was a little busy myself. So he did ask me what color I wanted. So apparently this is the red barrel. Ooh La La pre-orders will open once we get the physical sample in, which is in progress right now. So hopefully in November, we'll see. Is Amazon Prime Twitch thing free with Prime? Yes. So if you already have an Amazon Prime account, you just click to sub and you get 1 sub per month free for Twitch. It's kind of neat. All right. Let's see what we got here. So it's still the brassing style. What was that? Ink Dependence Mike just subscribed. Got both cameras in one screen. I do. Super fancy. Oh, whoa. Okay, so this is different. This is almost like a lacquered finish. Check this out. All right, so I asked him for the red one. I forget what other colors they were coming in, but I figured I had black. I think it was black, white, and red. And I'd seen some of the red in the Asian market. Jim, what's up? I'd seen red in some of the Asian market that looked like an Iron Man pen, so I asked him for a red. So yeah, this is really cool. So it also has a keychain accessory, or like a buckle accessory, like I guess can go on here. So if you're familiar with the Y Studio stuff, they have the lanyards. Tommy, thanks buddy, I appreciate it so much. Thanks for the sub. So let's get this thing open. Let's see what refills in it. I'm guessing it's a Parker gel. It looks wide. Yeah. So, okay, so it's not a gel. It's a ballpoint pen. I keep saying it was a gel because that's what Tico told me it was. So it says Y Studio ballpoint pen refill. Maybe it's, no, ballpoint's all one word. Let's see what it's like. Yeah, this is definitely not a ballpoint. All right, let me put this back in here. I'll show you real quick. So this looks like a Parker gel refill to me, offhand. The barrel is interesting. Like I said, you can probably tell a little bit in the picture. It's more of a lacquered finish than if you've ever had any of the other Y Studio. It's more of a satiny finish that looks like it'll wear differently. So it still gives you the sandpaper and stuff. You're not going to be able to see this. This is absolutely not a ballpoint ink. So I'm wondering if this is the Parker gel refill. So we'll see. Just like all of Y Studio's pens, it's rock solid. That's funny. I'm gonna have to do some research on this refill. It is 100% not a ballpoint, but it says a ballpoint right there on the refill. I'm thinking it's the Parker gel, but regardless, this looks great. Love the shape and design and color and look and feel. Y'all know I'm a Y Studio fanboy, so I mean, of course I'm gonna rave about it. So I have to figure out the strap thing. Size is really good. It's wider and longer than and heavier than a Cron Dash 849. So barrel diameter is a little bit longer, a little bit wider. Length is a little bit longer, and with the metal barrel, it's definitely heavier. It could be a ceramic gel. So yeah, I'll figure this out. We'll have to do some research on this. The refill feels great, so it's super nice. So That must just be if you don't have Amazon Prime already. That sounds like the Amazon Prime rate. Like if you don't have Amazon Prime, then you can't do Twitch Prime. That sounds like it's trying to charge you for Amazon Prime, to be honest. So do not do that. So I'll figure out that refill. I'm interested. I got to decide what I think about this lacquering on this pen. I want to do a little bit more. Like I can brass it myself, but the best part about the other brassing pens were that you just beat them around and they kind of wore in themselves. This one looks like it's going to be more has a more durable finish and coating than the other ones do. So I'll have to play around with it. As always, their boxes are great. Yes, the Twitch. Oh, don't sweat it, Tommy. Like the Twitch mobile subs and resubs and all that stuff, it's the worst. I don't know why they don't. I mean, it's like one of the biggest selling points of the platform, and the subs and all that stuff doesn't really jive. So I don't know. Paper Cat Lady, thanks so much for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate it. All right, a couple more packages, then we'll get into some of the stationary tour goodies. All right, y'all have probably seen this one online, because I have. Story Supply, new Winter Wonderland. I forgot my knife today. I'm so ticked. I'll catch my address there probably. Enjoy. You don't know where I live anyway. Let's see what we got here. Whoa, all kinds of goodies. All right, we got Story Supply magnet. Nice. Okay, yeah, I've never even tried to. I should do like a hot link for that. Yeah, I walked out when I was packing my bag. I was like, oh, I need to grab my knife, and it's right next to my keys and wallet. And I had my hands so full with some other stuff I had to carry that I didn't get it. We bite it. The Plot Point pencil. I like this. It's brown. It's a really neat color. Whoa, it's also destroyed, but that will be sharpened right off the first time I get it. I mean, the first time I sharpen it, so that will be gone. So these were Perpetual Intern, Red Dragon, Penco. You're figuring it out, Brian. Go, Brian. Perpetual Intern, thank you so much. I really appreciate the subs, gang. This is fun. Like, this is the time of year where I'm going to try to start streaming more because I'm not traveling again until Philadelphia in January. So, and I'm moving the knock shipping department to my house like in the coming weeks. So my schedule is going to be more fixed here pretty soon. So hopefully you get to see a lot more subs. You get extra emotes. So someone jammed the hype emotes in there. So you get hype. You get hype. You give me money. You get little badges by your thing. Says how long you've been a supporter, and yeah, but it's mostly to support me. It gives me money. So like you give, so those are like $5 value subs. So like once a month, you can give any streamer $5 at. I mean, you're already paying for Prime, so it's not like it's free, but it's additionally a Prime benefit. And then like as the math works out, the streamers get about $250 of that. So they take a lot, but yeah. So normally, yeah, you would have to pay for the subs. So these are a really neat look. Very kind of a gradient, cloud gradient. Is there? Have they called this have they given this cover a name? I haven't read up all the product info on this yet. So is there a name? I guess it's like the morning fog, but it really looks like a gradient. Let's see what's on the inside here. It's lined, dates, contents. I really like that. Fall morning? Yes, okay. So fall 2018 morning. All morning, the morning has been blackening. Oof, that's creepy. That's a good name. That's a good name. A good book for the Halloweens. I love it. Y'all know I love their paper. They have some of the best paper in the biz. So great job, Vito. Very cool. All right, Tony's fighting people for bits. Cool. I like the magnet too. That's something different. Pretty neat. Let me see if I can manage to get this back together before I break out the other thing. I think I have one more package. Whoa. Thank you for the bits. Eklimpke. I always have a tough time with that name. That's awesome. Thank you so much. 200 bits. Man, that's awesome. All right, we might just have to forego this one. Oh, I got it. All right, Weight of the World's pencil. All right, let's see. Next package is a big one, or at least a tall one. Oh, okay, this is from Modern Fuel. I think, so I get to meet Andrew of Modern Fuel. He makes that really cool, like, minimalist, all metal pencil. He's out of Texas. I met him at the Dallas Pen Show. And he just launched a Kickstarter for a pen. So this was my prototype pen. He said there were a couple of things to check out here. So there's always pieces and parts and all this stuff. Oh, I should have put them here. Something on paper. What's up? Let's get hype. So yeah, I think it's about time I need to get some... I gotta figure out if I can add 2 more emotes or not. Do I get anything for bits? Yeah, it's a percentage. I don't know if it's a more direct percentage. Like the subs are very parceled out between Twitch and the broadcasters. The bits, I don't know if they're a more direct thing or not, because you always have to pay. I mean, you always have to pay for the bits. Bits are like cold hard cash, essentially. Who just subbed? Genesis Guy Co. G nice. Yeah, so this is Modern Fuel. So he did the mechanical pencil not too long ago, which I like. I backed the mechanical pencil, got a 0.9 millimeter. This looks like a 0.5 millimeter insert. Yeah, so Andrew Sanderson, I think is his last name. So let's see. So this is the pen, which I believe just launched on Kickstarter. I know he's sponsoring the blog next week, and he sent me this pen to check out. Huh. Trying to figure out what. I always like to try to figure out what's going on with the mechanisms. G nice. So I'm not clicking in place. Let's see what's up here. Fisher Space Pen refill. Plug for the end to extend it. What kind of knock is this? I'm guessing he built his own knock. I gotta read up all this stuff, so. It's actually not as heavy as I thought it would be. Yeah, I guess he still makes the pencil. I keep my 0.9 millimeter on my desk. I like it a lot. All right, I'm not engaging here. We gotta figure out what's wrong. So I'll email him, see what's up. So he sent me an email about it, but I haven't read. I've read all that yet, but oh, there it is. Maybe I just didn't have it screwed back on enough. So yeah, the barrel shape and design. So it's designed to match and mimic it. So there you go. It's a very nice set. So again, Parker refills. This is the Fisher Space Pen refill, which I guess if you use the extension on the refill, that's what works there. I would probably swap. Coco Stoat, thanks for the sub. I really appreciate that. That's amazing. Y'all are rocking today. All the subs. So, yeah, I dig it. I can't tell if it's tapered or if it's just a visual. It must not be tapered. It's kind of playing tricks visually on me. But yeah, looks good. Yeah, I gotta talk to him about the knock. I'm not knocking right. Oh, hey, here's a note. Please find the new pen and pencil. Looking forward to your feedback. I have feedback. We need it to knock better. So we'll talk about that. All right. So no, it is named after that part of the pen. The Japanese used it as a slang term, K-N-O-C-K, and that's where knock came from. And then Jeff and I, it's always a name I had just kind of hanging out, you know, in the Amazon Prime does not give you free bits. So that's like real money you got to put in there. So you certainly don't have to do that. So yeah, knock came from the Japanese slang term for the clicky part of the pen. All right, is that all the mail? All right, mail call's done. We're gonna do some NYC Toronto. I think this is all NYC stuff I brought today. So we'll do some show and tell from the various that's true, Rewizzles. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Evan. I couldn't bring all the stuff because it's an insane amount of stuff that I ended up with. So I brought a bunch of it today. We'll talk about it today. And then I'm going to try to get another stream in tomorrow. So that's the plan right now. So I'm going to do part of this today. Maybe Sarah, we can approve that. Where did that come from? We used to, I think, did I say that one time? I don't know. That's a funny one. I like that one. All right, so let's get to this. This is one of the things on my shopping list. So this is the C. Did I have room for everything? So let's talk about the suitcase deal. So I took my biggest suitcase I have. When I left home, I checked it in. Okay, that's what it was. I knew that was familiar. When I left home, my suitcase was 45 pounds. So 50 pounds was the limit, is the standard limit, right, to not have to pay overages. So I hit 45 pounds. I didn't weigh it before I left. Whatever. It is what it is. This is stuff I had to bring, so I didn't have a problem. From New York to Toronto, it increased to 49 pounds. And then from Toronto back to Atlanta, it was 51 pounds. And in Toronto is where I offloaded a bunch of stuff. Like I had a bunch of stuff to carry there. So I actually increased it. Brick May. 4 months. Longer than Tony. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So yeah, I went from 45 to 49 to 51. So Delta was kind enough to just throw the heavy tag on my bag. She's like, I'm not going to charge you. It was 51. I could have, and I had some books that I bought and books that I was given and some of the notebooks in my backpack. So there was definitely, I probably had like a 10-pound variance between when I left and when I got home, because I parceled out a bunch of stuff in Toronto that was heavy, and then of course all the stuff that I picked up on the way. So it was probably 8 to 10-pound variance for the trip, because my backpack when I left had almost nothing in it, and it was full when I came home. So if y'all listen to the pre-show podcast, y'all know this is one of the things I wanted because I'm a Cron Dash fan. They made a set with Viking pencils that CW Pencils carried. And, you know, it's like one of those, yeah, none of it was alcohol. This is one of those like super overpriced, but damn, that's good marketing and I have to have it kind of products, right? Like the Cron Dash 849 is already an expensive pen. Then they give it a fancy paint job. But, I mean, how can you not just, like, I fell in love with this, right? With the Viking Viking logo on there with the black matte clip and knock. A little pin sleeve, which I didn't even know it came with because I certainly don't need it. Like I will never use this. This will sit in the box. Yeah, but like it's kind of a matte finish, not a gloss finish. It's really, really nice. And then this is also kind of like a throw-in tube, right? Because this is really what, a $1 or $2 pencil. So it was super, super, super. Yeah, OTJC. Yeah, I don't know. You haven't subscribed longer than Tony though. I'll tell you that. Yeah, like I just love the style and I like the setness of it. You know, with the Caran d'Ache, the 849. Y'all have heard me bragging about it enough. You know, I love it. So this was on my shopping list. They had them. It's way overpriced for what it is. You got to be an obsessive like myself to like consider, you know, spending $50 on a pen and pencil that you could probably get for like $20 in a color that you like better. But I'm a sucker. What can I say? So they sucked me in on this one. I love the look of it and I love the story of it. So they did a good job and I'm pretty happy with it. Packaging is, well, there's pictures in here too. Is that the Story Supply cover right there? Vito, is that where you got this from? Yeah, there's something about that logo. It's really, really nice. So that was definitely one of the highlights of things that I picked up. Also from CW, I got stickers. I wasn't going to let Mike have all the sticker fun. So I definitely picked up some stickers. The New York stickers, which I'm giving away this week. If you want some of this swag, I'm doing a giveaway on the Pen Addict. You can go yesterday's post and sign up for that giveaway where I grabbed a bunch of stuff for the tour. No Sticker Addict episode. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate it. That's awesome. Bits. Ooh, look at them fall into the little jar. That was fancy. New York stickers, Mount Fuji stickers. I, of course, had to have these. Pencil and pen stickers and paintbrush. Pencil, pen, and brush. And then this, like, I didn't think I would get, but I always see these online. How much that? Yeah, this is like a $12 set of stickers. But these Traveler's Notebook stickers, they're so fancy. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to use these for. I guess to put them on my... Do they stick on the leather of the Traveler's Notebooks, or are you supposed to use them on the paper covers of the notebooks? But whatever they are, it's 6 sheets of stickers for $12, which I guess isn't a bad deal, because it gives you some of like the notation stickers, right? You get the fancy, like a couple pages of fancy stickers, and then you get things that should help you in your planner, like the clear round, more like tab and note, index, schedule, and then just clear like notation stickers. So these are really cool. I will be sticking these everywhere. So yeah, there's like the notation stickers. I'm just wondering if these like stick to the leather. That would look very cool. Yes, I'll stick it. I'll stick them. But I couldn't pass this up. They're just fancy. So I like them. And these Mount Fuji ones, these were the first ones I grabbed. I was like, oh, Mount Fuji, whoosh, sold. And then you end up with like, so I got 4 plus 1 that I'm giving away. So I ended up with 5 packs of stickers. I probably spent God knows what on stickers. Let's see. 5, 2, 12, 2. So let's what that 21. Did I math that correctly? Yeah. So I was close. I have more CW pencils. Well, let's talk about this real quick. Because I don't know where. Oh, there's all kinds of loose stuff laying around in my backpack. Who knows? So Kinokuniya, number 1, was awesome. Number 2 was insanely packed. Not with like people, just with like aisles of stuff. Like the stationery sections specifically. It was super crowded, like single person aisles. Blaine, what's up? Am I doing it right? single person aisles, full retail pricing, essentially. Like, oh yeah, Jim just said it right when I said it. It's expensive. It's your full retail spot. And then I notice this stack of the campus notebooks. So this is Kokuyo. This is their mini kind of like student notebooks, right? This is an A5 size, soft cover, 40 pages, graph, and it comes in a 5-pack. So that's 200 pages of campus notebooks, $375. I don't know if that was a misprice, but I mean, there was a stack of them there, and you know, it's like a brick of paper, of really good paper. And it's like, I didn't want to come home with a bunch of paper just because of the weight that they are, but for 200 pages of the Kokuyo and for $375 and come in little separate, you know, 40 sheet books, it's practically free. It's like I'm spending other stuff there. I might as well spend the $4 on all these notebooks, which I don't need, but it was a good deal. So, hey Jacqueline, what's up? So, sidebar, now that Jacqueline's here, I can talk about her. Did you eat some of those candies, those chocolates that you gave us, that you gave me? I've never seen chocolate like that. I took a picture. I'll have to put it up on Instagram. I haven't done that yet. Those are the fanciest chocolates ever. So I'll post that later. So anyway, this was the best thing that I found at Kokuyo. The rest of it was I picked up a couple of things that I wanted, but they were not like really, really good price. That was a really good price. All right, these next things I got at Good for the Study. I just picked up some random paper stuff. You can't see this. Let me see. Yeah, they were fancy, right? So this is by Paperways. It's a Paperways memo pad. And the reason why I bought it was the design. So this is by, yeah, Paperways, made in Korea. I don't know if it's any good. I just bought it for the style. Wow, I got double sheets there. So let's see how bad the lighting is. It's just this really weird rectangular graph pattern with these alternating stripes up top. This will be too tall and too wide for the Tallulah, but we did found one of the Moramon notebooks did fit in the Tallulah toning. I don't know, we called it the A7, but I don't really know what size it is. So this is weird. Like, I can tell just by the feel of this paper, I don't think it's be good for fountain pens. It feels like it's going to be porous. But I don't know, there was something about this little design that is really, really hard for you to see that I enjoyed. So that's something I want to check out. There were lots, and as endless as the pen and paper options were, I've never seen so many brands I'd never heard of before on this trip. Like this one. So this is the Penco notebook. It's a B6 notebook. And yeah, okay, so is it the 193? So that thing works great for the Tallulah. I just bought this because it looks cool. I like landscape style notebooks, which this is. And it's got your little table of contents in the beginning. And it's a line notebook, which you know, I don't love lines. But yes, Emil, damn, I love those books in landscape. I mean, that's just really, I think it's just a neat thing. I don't know what it is. You know, it's got a neat cover. I like the layout. This Penco notebook uses high quality foolscap. So what is foolscap? Paper. This paper has characteristics that prevent ink bleeds and offsets, and also fulfills Japanese industrial standards. The watermark lines prove that the paper has been manufactured in a traditional way and guarantee the high quality. So foolscap is a plant. So the only thing that's not high quality here is their typing and spacing. So we have lots of extra spaces flying around here very randomly. So Penco, work on that. So yeah, we'll see if it's as good as it say it was. I will be very much a fan of this foolscap folio. So type of paper, cool. Learn something new. All right, next thing. Oof, I was excited about this. Let's see. So this is the vintage Pentel set that Mike got from Present and Correct in London. So this is like the old Pentel sign pens with these janky plastic tips, but I kind of wanted them really badly. It's 45th anniversary, I think is what it said. So yeah, this was a standard office pen back in the day. They'd mostly look like this weird manila color, or black or red or things like that. And they have this odd plastic tip that you may or may not have ever seen before. I think it's like considered a pretty poor pen these days because no one makes them anymore. So I don't know if these were remade or redone or they're just as bad as ever. But yeah, they actually work pretty good so far. Yeah, they're just like I remember. It's like a wide, smooth. It's not a flexible tip at all, but it's really just, best I can call it is plastic with a little roller ball in the tip of it. I don't know why this part is plastic. It's not porous like a felt tip pen where the ink's coming through. So I don't really know. It's just weird looking. But you'd see these in the 70s and 80s, and you hadn't really seen them since. So they were popular at the time because you just didn't have a lot of options at the time. So they made this random set that I think looks pretty cool. Yeah, they're really nice. So they work at you can write at a little bit of a different angle with them. So a few different colors in here: brown, black, red, orange, green, blue, purple. So very cool. But you know, this is not something you'd want to spend your life savings on, you know, hunting down old boxes of these, because I'm sure the old ones are super terrible. All right, that was the big stuff. Now we'll get to the more loose items. Let's see what else I got here. All right, a few more things. So it looks like the way I packed, I brought all the pen and paper stuff. So we'll do the pencils tomorrow if I get a chance to stream. I didn't bring any. I had a lot of pencils I bought from CW. So we'll go through those tomorrow. If I stream, we'll do a pencil stream. CW does sell one pen, and it says, you can read it here. It says, I went to a pencil shop and all I got was this lousy pen. So it's really great. Yeah, it's the standard Bic Click. It's actually a really cool color. I like the red and blue combination and the gold. So just to stick it to them, I'll be using this pen a bunch, CW. So, and they have another pen. Like, I bought the Viking, so they're not the only one. We'll talk about that, Jim. That's not the only pen, but this is the one on the wall, and I think it's pretty funny. They did a good job. Yeah, the color's great, isn't it? It's like, I want to buy this pen. They will actually sell you this pen, you know, at the store. And then I did bring Caroline a Pink Robots pen, so that was interesting. So now they have another pen in the store. So I'm corrupting her one pen at a time. So she did like the refill. She never really used that before. The Moleskine pen I thought was kind of cool. Like, I didn't need a Moleskine pen, but this came from Goods for the Study, and I just like anything gridded, and I like kind of the ivory white and black of the pen. I like the shape of the Moleskine pens, even their rectangular style. It has a ballpoint refill in it. I asked them for the gel ink refills for Moleskine pens, and they looked at me like, looked at me like I was an alien. So that was the one thing about Goods for the Study. They definitely didn't have the knowledge of your stores like CW Pencil or Fountain Pen Hospital or Wonder Pens. Goods for the study. While it had great products, they were just people, you know, your standard retail employees. It was like, you know, American Eagle or whatever. You know, it's just like some kids in retail working there. I was like, oh, do you have Moleskine gel refills? And they looked at me like, the guy was like, and so then I knew it was a lost cause right then. So I didn't get any refills, but I like this pen. I hadn't seen it before. I like Moleskine's pens. So it's just a fun, excuse me, fun ballpoint pen to have laying around. Like the shape, like the design. Oh, sorry. All right, last few. We'll do all these together. So, Muji got a few different styles of pens and pencils. They all look really nice. I really like Muji's display and setup. And, you know, was going through all their pens. This was the first Muji pen I ever tried. Was just your basic gel pen. So I got a 0.38 millimeter orange, which is really great. They write fantastically because they use refills from some of the... It's a pen. It's a pen. It's a Moleskine pen. No paper. That's a cool pen, though. I didn't get my refills, though. So the reason I like Muji is this right here is a Uniball refill. So you can tell by the shapes of the refill. At least I think that's refill, the Uniball refill, the white one. So they white label all their pen products. I don't know about their paper products, but all their pen products. So does this pen look familiar? Yes, it is an orange ink. So this is your Zebra Sarasa clip in white label with the same Zebra refill, just not marked Zebra. So this is the Zebra refill, which also fits the Pilot G2. So it's a G2 based refill. So this is the Zebra Sarasa clip. It's got the exact same grip pattern as the regular Sarasa clips. So what you're buying at Muji is basically your white label awesome Japanese pens. Wow, that's a very waxy bit on there. So, oh God, I've still got more. That didn't come off very well. So this is 0.5 millimeter. Kaleido versus Style Fit. I'm Kaleido, but it's close enough to where like I can't really argue. I just prefer the Kaleido needle tips better. So 0.5 millimeter Zebra Sarasa clip. Last one, a little bit different shape, and took this one apart, and this is the Pentel refill. So this is what goes in the Hybrid Technica and the Sleechies. So that's what this barrel is. So each style has a different, each different white label product they went with uses a different barrel. So you have Pentel, Zebra, Uniball. So it's pretty cool. Like if you know what you're shopping for, you can get the exact same pen basically for practically the retail price. And it's funny, they have kind of more colors than a lot of normal pens you get. So like these Pentels, I guess come in these wild colors in the Sleechies, but in the Hybrid Technica they do not. So it's very interesting shopping at Muji, going through the products and going, oh, this is a blank, and knowing what it is. The paper I didn't come away with because you'll hear me talk about it on the podcast today. I didn't really like lock into any of the paper products that I felt were just fantastic, that I needed. Like, and I certainly bought enough by this point, but You know, I tried to decipher which paper I wanted from Muji, but I couldn't really like lock it in. Like, I was actually more overwhelmed with their paper choices than their pen choices, if shockingly enough. It was too much, and they were too similar in style and look and feel. So trying to pick one of those out was more challenging than I thought it would be. That kind of sounds dumb, but I really struggled staring at Muji's paper products. But at that point, I knew I wasn't going to buy a lot of paper anyway because I had already bought some. Oh, like the stuff I just showed you here. So that's kind of part one of the post-trip report, getting some of this stuff, some of the mail opened up since I returned, some of the pens looked at. I have probably 15 more pencils to look at, which is what happens when you go to Tony. That's a lot of bits. Oh, are those going to drop in the jar? Pew! It's like Space Invaders. Oh, you missed some, Tony. I think you need to resubmit. Some of them missed the jar, so get on that. Yeah, so I have gobs of pencils to discuss. I went a little bit crazy on the double-ended pencils, like red and blue or black and yellow, doing some different. I always like that style. I bought several Carpenter pencils because you could get some double-sided ones of those, the blue and red. So we'll talk a lot about pencils probably tomorrow on stream. I'm saying this not having plans scheduled for tomorrow, but I think my schedule's fairly open for tomorrow. So we'll shoot for a stream tomorrow, probably around the same time, 10 or 11 o'clock. Yay, get on that list. 1, 2, and 3. I appreciate it, guys. If y'all have any questions for me, let me know. We'll hang out, take any questions for a little bit. I'm sure I missed them. Missed them on the stream before. If you want me to go back and show you any of these other pens and pencils, or mostly pens here today, I certainly will. Let's open up the orange. Let's read about this Pentel. My wallet, hey Kimmy, you know, my wallet, the best thing, yes, so Superior Label will be here tomorrow. That's the other thing on tomorrow's list. So we'll do pencils and Superior Label tomorrow, because I ended up with not just one product, Stacy. 2 products. So Superior Label is set aside for tomorrow because I wanted to spend some more time with them. Did the hotel music stay just as awesome all trip long? Great story about that. So that night, we streamed, which if you missed last stream, you should go watch it. It's still on Twitch. You can find it on my YouTube channel, The Pen Addict. I was rewatching it because it was kind of fun. I don't remember a lot of it, not because I was drinking, but just because when you ramble for like 2+ hours, you don't have a clue what you said, especially when it's unscripted. So, you should go watch that. Let's see. Oh, hotel music. So, the music was amazing, and then the next morning I got up and we had some time to kill. I was gonna hang out, and just do some work in the room, and I couldn't get the music back on. You know, like they have all the channels and, you know, TV and sync your phone and do all this stuff. Well, I was like, I just want the music channel that y'all were playing yesterday. So we went down for breakfast. After we ate, I stopped by the front desk. I was like, I want that music channel back. And they just started laughing because they get that question a lot and they can't figure out how to do it. Once you turn it off, it's your welcome channel on the TV that they put on in your room. So as long as you keep it on and on that channel, it will play infinitely. But if you ever change or turn it off, it's gone for good, and they'd have to reset your welcome, which isn't going to happen for the date or anything like that. So apparently it's a thing at the hotel, and they can't figure out how to get it back unless they check you in and out every day. So Um, yes, TJ, I would like to do Extra Life with you next year. I know that's coming up this weekend. TJ, give a shout out to your stream. TJ does a 24-hour Extra Life charity stream coming up soon. So Jim said superior labor rules were awesome. Did I get a wrap from Yin Yin? No, but I have one from DC, so I didn't get one of the new ones. Emil, can you show me a close-up of that orange gel pen? Sure. So this is what I call the traditional Muji gel ink pen. This is the one that I was introduced to, whether it's the one they've carried the longest. But when I started the Pen Addict and a few years into it, people started sending me gel ink pens. It was this one. So it's 0.38, and it is essentially a Uniball. But I don't know how you're going to be able to see this on here. One, because I write small. So it's funny, I don't know how Muji differentiates their gels by name. So Muji gel ink pen, Muji gel ink pen, Muji gel ink pen. Which one do you want? But these write spectacularly because they're a Uniball refill, and it's just freaking great. Like, I love this little pen. One of these days I'm gonna get, I keep threatening to not have a graph pad. So y'all follow TJ. He'll be on this weekend doing a great thing for charity. So hit him up. I'll be around this weekend, TJ. So I will definitely hit you up. Jesse, you got the mushroom pen. That's awesome. It's a bad choice, but awesome for you. No, it looks cool. I like that. So the Hipster Hotel was pretty cool. So that's the Muji gel, and these, they're calling the Pentel B100, they're calling it a 0.8, but it's like a marker. But I like them. They remind me of the Papermate Flare, except in a plastic tip pen, not a felt or porous tip pen. So you can write with them kind of like a marker. I kind of have a different marker writing angle than I do with fine pens. With fine pens, I'm either kicked back at an angle or a little bit upright. With markers, yeah, Kino Kaniya, Kemi. What did I get from them? Oh, this campus notebook. I bought other stuff from Kino. I still have that at home too, so we'll have some more stuff from them. But I tend to write, I almost do like this over the top thing with markers because it can usually handle my handwriting that like gel pens can't handle that type of writing when I do it. All right, Atalane. Have fun at class. Don't fail because of us. Write something nice with your pens today. Enjoy. So this, the yellow and black is pretty much like the Viking model of these pens. I really like them. So, yeah. All right. Y'all got anything else for me? We'll wrap this up today. I am going to play some Destiny for probably a little bit. I don't have to go just yet. I do like to keep the stationary streams fixed-ish. We'll keep it live, Jim, because I'm going to kill the stationary stream, and we're going to go into a video game stream, and we can keep talking about pens and stuff. I did bring them to Dallas, the pen cases. I don't think I sold out until like the very end of the last day of those. So I had those in Dallas, and the ones, and you might have been in CW when they were in the midst of a restock, because a couple of weeks ago, they reordered. So that must have been what it was. So sorry about that. We have them up on the site now. And Michael, thank you. We have the black, the purple and black Brasstown. We snuck in that launch today. So, all right, see you, Tony. What are your kids for Halloween? Fodder stacks. Let's talk about that. Kimmy, we have All right, these are some good questions here. Kimmy, we have purple and black, triple green, and then navy and red and gray. Captain Hook and Princess Leia. Nice. Those are all coming soon in Brasstown and Sinclair. Purple Brasstowns are here. They're up on the site. Green should be available next week, and then navy hopefully the week after that, and then the Sinclairs of those models following. So probably like once a week we'll release these. Just because, you know, our product lines are slow and we want to get these out there. It's holiday time. People are shopping for Christmas. I'm real happy with the navy and gray one. That red pops on the inside. We don't have a lot of great pictures of all of them up yet. So Fodder Stacks Perpetual Intern. I have placed an order for Fodder Stack XL. Cross your fingers that our sample is going to be workable, because that's always been our challenge. So they are coming. It'll be next year, but they're at least ordered now, and we will get this pattern correct because I'm paying for them. So we don't have a choice. Navy and red lookout, is that what you want, Jim? Because I don't have that on order yet. We always wait and pick out our lookouts after we launch these two, and then see which ones we want to do for the lookout. So like the new lookout colors aren't ordered yet. Probably until like, no, I might have, I take that back. I might have 1 or 2 ordered. So purple's gonna win. I don't know, but we're getting lots of good feedback on all the colors so far. People that have seen them in person. Yeah. So no, we might do lookout in navy and red. I think we have some new lookout colors. Lookouts, we sometimes mix up those two. So right, they won't always have the same matchy colors, but I think the purple lookout and the blue lookout would have a better chance than the green lookout, because we've already done that olive and lime one. So we'd probably skip that one for the lookouts and do maybe purple and mango and steel. You know, one of these years. Mike had his mandarin and mango Brasstown out during our stream. I thought I was gonna kill him. Luckily, no one really said anything at the time, but now y'all can all give me some crap about that video. Yeah. So I had to yell at him later. I was like, "Don't put that thing on video." Notco, the new pictures will be up soon on Instagram, but Jeff redid a bunch of the images on the website. So just head to notco.com. You'll see the green and purple on the Brasstown page. Wax canvas, get in line. We'll do a wax canvas eventually. I just don't know what exactly. We will for sure do it because we love it. We're just not making special orders for John if he's still listening. Wax canvas probably made his ears perk up though. So yeah, tell me what you think about the layout of the site. Jeff's in the midst of reworking it. So they have some of the pictures have been cut over to the new style. Some are still working on them. See, he was listening. I knew he was listening. You say wax canvas, he wakes up. He was busy sleeping. All right. Well, if y'all want to talk any more about pen cases, I'm gonna wrap this stream, and then give me about 5 minutes, and then we'll kick off a Destiny stream, and we can keep talking about pens. Just because I'm gonna goof off a little bit before I have to go run some errands. Although I need to check my email and stuff. So I'll pop back in here in a minute. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Appreciate you being here. And if you want to know when I go live, just hit the follow button, and you can set an alert when I doing a good nib grind. You can set an alert. Thanks, Mike. You can set an alert when I go live, you know, if you want to hear me talk about stationery. And then you can see if I'm top 5 pens list. I should work on that this weekend. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. So yeah, so I'll always put in the title. You can see if Brad's talking about pens or if Brad's playing games. If you don't want to watch me play games, that's cool too. Perpetual Intern, Annex Stacy, thank you so much. But yeah, I'm going to kill this stream, relaunch it in the Destiny channel, and I'll be back talking talking heads here in just a few minutes. So see you in a second.